Hi everybody, it's Amy at Crafty Catch, and I am back for the hashtag 50 stack challenge 4. This is the fourth one of these challenges. If you're not familiar with this challenge, each week I draw 2 prompts out of my little paper bag here that's already full of prompts, and then the idea is to make one piece of ephemera for each of the prompts that I draw, and then at the end of a 25-week period you'll have a stack of 50 pieces of ephemera. Unless you use them, of course, before that. That's just the concept. All right, so for example, last week I drew ocean. So I made this piece of ephemera, a journaling card to go in a pocket. And then the next one was abandoned house. So I used a guest check and made a little pocket, and then when you glue the guest check down to your journal page, you could turn it into another pocket, tuck, belly band, whatever you like. And you don't have to use the same piece of ephemera or make the same piece of ephemera as far as like this is a journaling card. You can choose to do it however you like. You can use whatever base that you want to use. So really the only rule you could say is to use the one prompt per piece kind of thing. Okay, so I'm going to show you in here. There's lots of prompts. And so we are on 29. 29 is fall. Wow, that's hard to think about right now, but we'll get it done. We'll be happy in the fall when we have a piece of ephemera. So 29 is fall. And 30 is bug or insect, and you can use a butterfly. So if you're like, ew, I don't like bugs, I would never make a bug journal, whatever, just put a butterfly in something, or you know, something that you do like, a dragonfly, whatever. So 29 is fall, 30 is bug and insect. I'm going to say hugs and blessings to Sandy, Nan, and Betty Ann. Love you guys. Thank you so much for all your kind comments, for always watching. I so appreciate you. I cannot tell you how lovely it is each day. I look forward to the comments from all of you guys. So thank you so much. And I will be back in just a minute with my pieces to make stuff. Okay, I'm back, and so we have fall is the first one I'm going to do. Move this out of the way. I'm going to use this as my background. This is my old grungy paper. I never remember which direction to put it, but anyway, it doesn't really matter. And then I have a journaling card, and I'm going to cut that down a little bit because it could also be used as a pocket, which is what I might end up doing with it. So I don't want it to be any wider than 5.5. So I'm going to cut it, I think about here, and then I'll cut about that same amount, and it's going to only be like 4 1/8, which is or I mean 5 1/8, which is fine. It doesn't need to be bigger than that. And then I'm going to go 4.5. Maybe a little less because I just made it janky, just so that it will make a decent size pocket, but not be too large for most of my journaling pages. So put this on here. So how's everybody doing? I'm doing good. For me, it's Friday, so yay. I mean, it doesn't really matter for me because I end up working on the weekends too, but it's just fun because my hubby's around, so sometimes we go do something and all that. We're going to go to my daughter's, it's actually her friend is playing music, and she has done the artwork for the composition, his music composition, and it's going to be shown in a room where there's screens all the way around the room. It's called a luminary. So while his music plays, her artwork will be up showing on the screens. That was very complicated, but if you don't know what I'm talking about, then it's kind of confusing. So all right, so I'm just going to put that as my background so that we don't have to read whatever's on this book. I don't even know. It looks like it was some kind of recipe type book. So yes, she is extremely thrilled to have this project done. It has been very time-consuming and daunting and stressful. As we all know, we all have had those projects, I'm sure, or just things that we needed to do that are like that. It is a bit of a relief when you've completed it. I know I have had those things for sure. I don't know. This paper is difficult because it's hard to tell which direction. I guess it probably doesn't really matter if it's that hard. But anyway, that will be very fun to go watch and listen to her roommate play his flute. He got like a grant to do this, so that was pretty neat. So yeah, and then I've just spent most of the day trying to figure out what I was going to do for this. A lot of people will say, oh, you make it look easy, or you did it so fast, or whatever. It's like, yeah, but I spent at least 2 hours usually figuring out what I was going to do. So don't ever feel like, you know, it takes you longer than it takes me, because you guys don't see all that part where I'm just hemming and hawing and messing with different things, trying to figure out what I want to do. So this is a, I can't tell which way it's going, flashcard that I inked all up, and I'm going to just have that as my little tag for in there. Sorry, my brain is not working today very well. And then I'm going to use all these. These are my fall fodder. I used my fall fodder stencil last fall. Well, actually I did a lot of it during the summer, but I would watercolor whole sheets of paper, use the stencil, and draw out the shapes of the different leaves and pumpkins and all those kind of things, and then doodle on them. So like this one's mostly just watercolor, and then I just drew the veins. This one has more doodling with some gold dots and leaves and whatever. This one has a lot of doodling. So yeah, I use like gold pens and just all different things to give you the doodles. They're really fun to make. I do have a digital with the ones that I did last summer and fall. If that's something that you're interested in, or I do have the stencil if you want to make your own, because they are quite fun. So what I thought I might do is make part of these into some type of pocket. So I'm going to have to kind of glue them together first, and then glue them onto this background for that to work. And I'm not going to make the entire thing a pocket. Like this piece, I think I'm going to glue all the way down, because it's just sort of fragile with all the little berry type deals on it and leaves. So I'll glue this one down entirely, but just leave like a little tuck spot in it so that it's a little interactive. So what are you guys up to? Anything fun? I am excited to see their show. I think it'll be great. My son's gonna go. So yeah. Just a little family thing. They're expecting quite a lot of people. So the kids are nervous, of course. Trying not to tear that, because it is kind of fragile. So this one I'm just going to put over here, sort of as part of the background. It's very weird day today because it rained all night and it's been a little bit cooler. And they're mowing and I have my heater going. It's just that weird weather time where you're never really sure quite what you're gonna get. Okay, so the pocket, I think I'm gonna do something with these two. I'm gonna glue them together like that. I'm gonna glue back at the back just to get it to stick together. And try to get sort of up to the edges so that hopefully whatever I tuck back there doesn't get all caught up on it all the time. Okay, so there's one part of it. And then this leaf I'm going to have on the other side, but I want it up a little bit. Just have to figure out how much. Because I don't want to block that, but I don't want it hanging off. So it has to be something about like that, I think. I just want it behind. Maybe I'll just go behind. I don't really want to cover the pumpkin because it's a tall, skinny pumpkin. So I think I'm gonna just sort of go along here and here. Is that gonna fit? Yes. I just don't want to have to cut any parts of the leaf off if I don't have to. Okay, so I need a little more glue. Right about here. Yeah, these are really fun to make, these fall pieces. So that'll go on there. And then the little ones I'm just going to put down at the front, and I will glue those all the way down. But this I'm going to glue just kind of, I'm sure as you can imagine, along here. Oh, maybe just the tips a little bit. It just needs one little tag, so I'm not super concerned about leaving a big, huge opening or anything. I want that to be semi-straight. Oops. And then I push it down and make it crooked. Gives it a little dimension too if you don't glue down every little bit of it. So that's a little loose, but that's okay. Then you got to make sure you don't let it curl too much, because otherwise it's not going to lay right. And then these are just going to kind of go along the bottom there. Some little pieces. Some watercolor on the back of that one, or pen or something. I'm going to come like this. Okay, and then I just have a little tag that I was going to pop down in here, I'm hoping. Yeah, that'll work. So I want a little something on here that looks fall-like, maybe. I don't think I have a small enough mushroom. A mushroom would be cute, huh? I think these are too tall, yeah. I mean, that would fit, but that's kind of boring. One of those. Too big. It's either too big or too small. Oh, there's like just a leaf. That's a big leaf though. I might not have anything to go on there. An apple? No. All too big. Too tall. Oh, these little bit bigger acorns might work. Yeah, that would actually work. Do I have any other ones? Oh, a stamp. It's a good place for a stamp. I had too much fun making all these. Got lots of them. One of those would fit. There's another stamp. Piece of paper. Isn't it amazing the things you find? I had some other mushrooms that I just made out of like leftover watercolor paper. It might be all gone. Oh, there's one. I might be okay if it hangs over just a little bit. I don't think that's a huge thing. That one's a little shorter, but still not short enough. Okay, I think probably I'm gonna go with that mushroom. I just think it'd be fun to have a mushroom. These would fit well, but I'm gonna do the mushroom. I like it. So yeah, the main color in the background is all watercolor. That's how I did that. I just added the pens. What are those pens called? I don't remember. Pasco pens, these. Okay, we'll put that on there. I think that'll work pretty good. Not perfect, but that's okay. This was just leftover pieces of the watercolor paper and I just cut them out, and then you can see I punched holes all in it. I like that. It's kind of fun. I cleaned the top of my glue, so I'm hoping it will work the whole time today. Who knows though? They definitely have a mind of their own. That's for sure. That'll give that some zip. And then maybe we have a little something we can tie in there with my giant bag of fabric that my friend Linda sent me. Thank you, Linda. My goodness, so much. That's kind of a good color. Just take a piece of it. She pulls apart those rag rugs and, you know, washes all the stuff and everything, and I guess, I never knew, but I guess you can pull those apart and there's just mountains of fabric in them. Learn something new every day, right? I don't think I need a whole lot more. Then I can use these little snip-offs somewhere for sure. It does kind of want to get caught a little, but I think it'll be fine. And then that bigger tag, I don't even know if I want to put anything particular on there. I kind of just want to let it be. I like the colors of the as I could do. Pumpkins are a little too big. Could do one of those. Can't even tell it really it's a flashcard anymore because the ink got so dark on it. It's definitely fallish, I'll say. Get rid of this. Yeah, I'll have to make some more of those. Those are fun to make. I'm trying to decide what I want to... These are very tricky. Very fragile when you cut them all out. But you can change them up to your heart's content, that's for sure, if you make your own. Let's get this glued down first. Yeah, at least on the back you can kind of tell that's a time, or why do I want to keep saying time card? Flash card. I really struggle with that. That is like something I struggle with remembering the name of for some reason. And I'm using this Barely Art glue because I know I will just tear these if I try to use the glue stick. They're too many little bitty parts. They're like little mini artworks. And then this is the one. Oh, I was so excited today to hear, or well, I heard from Jan, Oz Jan in Australia. She's the one that got my last journal, and I'm so happy it made it there in one piece. Hallelujah. It's so scary when I send those out of the country, just because I don't know, you know, customs can be not nice to them. So I was ecstatic when she told me it's there and safe and sound and no problems whatsoever. So, oh, huge relief. Very happy about that. Because that is gut-wrenching when it doesn't get there in one piece. I just want like a little something. I'm very happy. Very, very happy. And I'm happy that she's happy with it. That always makes me happy. You do get attached to them, for sure. But there's no way I could keep all my journals. Oh my goodness, I would be buried by now. After doing this for 6 years. Buried, I say. Okay. I don't know, number might have been better there, but that's okay. And then we can take one of the little snips of that same fabric, maybe, and put it up here, and then I will stitch around it after. And then what I would probably do is back this with something. I know that would cover that up though. I don't know, I'm gonna leave it the way it is for now and then I'll decide. But there's for fall. And then for bug or insect, what did I do with my little pen? Oh my gosh, you guys, I've got to learn to put that in the bottle, but I don't, so there you go. I guess we'll just don't know where it was. I just saw it a few minutes ago and then now it's gone again. Okay, I'll stop. Let me see if I have another one I can use just to hold it off for now. I don't know if these ones are stainless steel. That's the only problem, and I really don't want to get the whole what do you call it, rusty thing going, but we'll do that just so that it doesn't get clogged up while I do the video. Okay, so for bug, I have one of my pockets, and these are new pockets, and I did not show you guys. So it's another 12-page kit. There's a lot of lighter, someone asked me for pastel pockets, and I know they aren't like 100% pastel because there's not a lot of yellow. I couldn't find a lot of yellow, but I did put some other, I did get some purple and then strawberries. There's just some fun things along with, there was a lot of the pink and that like light wash denim kind of thing. There's a little yellow, but this is what I found for lighter pastel-y, not as maybe manly or whatever. Look at the frog. I had to because look at him. There's my pin. Stuck to my sleeve. Oh my goodness. And so there's, I think it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pages of those. It's 7 pages because then there's this one too where I cut the ladybug pocket out of there. And then there's 5 of these with the like old fabric. And they do have kind of some fold looking marks in them. That's supposed to be there because of one of the filters I used has that look. And then obviously I took some out of there to do this. So we have a ladybug. So you don't have to use the ick bugs, you don't have to use like spiders and stuff unless you want and you do like a Halloween thing or something like that. My friend Nancy, she loves Halloween. All right, I'm going to cut this. It looks like there could be another pocket here. And this is something to think about with these because a lot of them have places where you could potentially make other little tuck pockets because they've got things like this. So you could definitely say, hey, I'm gonna make another pocket. Or you don't have to. I just thought that looked like a perfect little spot for a pocket. And I didn't cut it perfectly, but it's fine. It's fine. Okay, so then I'm going to use this altered playing card, and I make these just simply by taking a playing card and sticking down some scraps. Great thing to do with all those itty bitty little book scraps and whatever. And then I cover over the top of that with sewing tissue. Sorry, I just realized this was kind of hanging off over here. Sewing tissue, and then I inked it around the edges a little bit. I think I'm going to round those corners. They look very pokey. So that is all that is. They're super duper easy to make, and then just, let them dry good. And I put a little piece of coffee dyed paper on the back so you can write on it, and that will go in that pocket. And then we're going to make a tag for the other pocket. But first, on this one, I'm going to put this, I just cut out of that paper that I just showed you. So I'm going to put a flower. Yeah, I tried to get a little more of that springy, summery look with these pockets. And as I find other ones, I'll, you know, try to bring them along. I'm just gonna hook this. Use this pin. I'm not sure if that one's stainless steel. This one pokes further down, which is also good. Okay, we're gonna stick it in here. So maybe, perhaps, I won't lose it. Come on. And we're just gonna do like that. The one that was on there, I didn't like the angle it was at. I kind of want to see more of that heart, so that's why. And again, I'm not using the other glue with this because I'm afraid I'll tear it. Oh my gosh, come on. I had you all clean. Cooperate. Put it in here. Never gonna remember that. Old dog, new tricks. I'm telling you, it's bad. I'll tilt it just a bit. I don't really want it quite that low. Okay, and then we're going to put this bumblebee somewhere. He's quite large, but it's the only one I could find that I liked. Or itty bitty ones, they were too tiny. He's a big bumble. I love those. I'm going to actually go like this and trim him off a little. It'll be fine. Sorry, little guy. He was a little large for that. Okay. So there's our altered playing card. I'll go there. And then we will cover this. Some more of this. I'm gonna put this away before I stab myself in the hand. Oh, I saw Rita Jensen. Hi Rita, if you're watching my video. She has done some things with these pockets, the other set, but these pockets. I'll try to remember to link her channel. If I forget, just remind me, because I just am bad about that. But she did some cute things, and she was saying she needs to make tags, and it's like, oh yeah, I didn't even think about tags. I just figured everybody would make their own tags to go in them. But anyways, so I did not with this one, but maybe in the future that's something I will do. Just didn't think about it, just thought, oh, pockets, and you know, like background papers to use, which obviously you can make tags out of, but I know what she's saying. It's fun to have like matching tags. So, you know, you always think you thought of everything, but you never do. You just never do. I'm just gonna put a piece of that up there. I wanted those two flowers, so I got them. And I always love this stuff. I need about 10 more books of that. That was just a fluke that I found that at the thrift store. Because that doesn't happen very often, let me tell you. I'm usually lucky to find any old paper at all. Much less something cool. Oh, these dreary days. I don't know how people live in, I mean, I'm a little bit northwest, but not like Washington State. I don't know how they do it, because man, I suffer when by the end of winter I'm done with this garbage. Okay, I still end up missing a spot, but we're gonna put a butterfly on here. So we got lots of bugs, but none of them are horribly offensive, I don't think. I kind of like bugs, but outside. I don't like them in my house. They need to stay outside. That's my take on it anyway. Oops. Little stinker. Just a little something. It needs to be a little bit bigger than that. This is from the Sears and Roebuck catalog. I just love that old type print like that. It's so cool. Okay, I'll save that and use it on something. Let's do this. Our butterfly. These are out of that collage book I have that has different things to cut out and collage with. Not my favorite because it's glossy like a magazine. So, but I mean, you can use, you know, they're usable. It's just not my favorite thing. All right, I gotta find, I don't know what I did with my, sorry, I just have a mess. I have the Leaning Tower of Pisa of ephemera and paper and what have you. These are Tracy Fox labels. If you are looking for labels, Tracy Fox. Oh, these are actually, that's actually Tim Holtz. It's too little. But yeah, she's got a plethora. I don't even have remotely all of them even printed or anything. Oh, that one would be good. 522, sure. Does it get a little lost? Kind of does. Would like green be better? It is, but I don't know if I like 16. What about, sorry, I just realized the blue kind of goes away right there. I really need to print them again so that I have more colors, because you do kind of, that one might be a little better. Yeah, let's do that one. You just see it a little bit better. I like that blue, just, I don't know why, got kind of lost. I like the 522, but some stamping. Put our pen back in our glue. This is my crazy little piece of plastic that I've had forever. My husband was doing something on the 3D printer. Don't even remember what. And this was a result, and I just snagged it because I like it. So I save it and I use it. All right, and then that will get a piece of fabric at the top. I don't know what yet, but it will go back there. So we have fall. Fall and bug, insect, whatever. Let me see, I might have another little piece of fabric. What do I have in here? What do I have, Linda? It's a shlew. I have a shlew. A shlew of fabric. This might not be bad. And for those of you that don't know, a shlew is a lot. She was like, I'll send you more next week. And I was like, when she sent it, at the time she sent it, it's like, I don't need any more. It probably will take me my whole life to use that bag of it. You know, because it's little strips and stuff. So like, you aren't going to like cover a journal or something. You're just using it like this kind of stuff. Which is totally awesome. It's just I don't think I need another bag. She's the best. Oh, you know what I gotta do? I need to cover the back of that. So let's do that real quick. I'll use some book end page, whatever. This here stuff. I'm going to leave the top of that the way it is because it's blue. I love pages that are colored. Color on the edges. My daughter likes that too. She's a big time bookophile, or however you say that. Bibliophile. She reads, her and her dad, and I've told you guys a million times. You're probably like, yeah, we know, but they share books and everything. They're funny, but she always loves those colored pages. Those are not even, and I don't know how to make them even because it isn't cooperating with me. Put enough ink on it, nobody will know. No one will be the wiser. Okay, there we have it. So that will get stitched around. I don't know, do I want fabric on the top of that card? Maybe so. Let me get my scissors. This has all kinds of crazy strings. Look at that. Ooh, the whole thing's coming undone. You stop that. Oh, jeez. It's kind of, wow. It's kind of a lot. I don't mind a little, but it was a bit much. Okay, I think I'll go stitch around all these things and then I'll come back so you guys can see, because you know, some people, I'm horrible about showing the end product, so I'll be right back. Okay, all done. I have fall, so I have my little pocket all stitched around. Have this little tag. I didn't stitch around that because the mushroom kind of hangs off, so I just didn't think it needed it. And then I stitched around my little tag, which I would have to put something on the back there, but I will do that. And then we have our bug or insect one. I did add just a little touch of fabric there just for fun. And then I have this with the bumblebee, and that goes in there. And then this one goes back here and it's all stitched around. Alrighty, so that's what we have for fall and bug or insect. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I can't wait to see what you guys make. We'll chat again soon. Love ya. Bye.